Yeah, taking sunlight. Like, this has been parked up for like a really long time. This is what I used to drive, but it needs to fix. Unlike, it's been a letdown. Mechanic after mechanic. Don't know if to sell it. Don't know if to keep it. You taking the two colors? Is the big one or the miniature? Oh. I don't know. There's a film in it blind here. I don't. Hey, it's afternoon now. It's a little after 12 on a Saturday. And I'm on my way to music class, and there is traffic heading to the Kirap interchange. I only passed McIntyre Street, so I'm gonna turn around. So right here by Kirap Pharmacy, made a complete turn. McIntyre Street is here, and I'm going back down from Road Boom Boom St. Joseph back onto the highway. Don't know what's going on today. Well, I'm early. Class is at 1, but I like to reach early. Yeah.
So Sheffield United were doing quite well to sustain the attack. They tried to get in down the left. The cross was blocked. They won the ball back. Tried to play a 1-2, give it away, but won the ball back. And just when you think that kind of momentum can create the opportunity, John Lunston slipped over the top of the ball and ended up giving a foul away. So even when you
So back from class. Class was good, but I want to talk about mechanics, and I think the field of mechanics is a noble profession. I think you have to be gifted to be a mechanic. You have to go through some type of training, or if you worked under somebody or in an industry or sector that specializes in fixing gasoline and diesel engines, um, you call yourself a mechanic. But here's one thing in Trinidad that I've seen. Um, a lot of people who are self-employed as mechanics always like blocking up the road with these cars, and there are no mechanics in my family. Nor do I know any to say like that close. Yes, obviously you have to have a mechanic if you own a car. Um, but no one to answer that question as to why sometimes some mechanics like have a whole heap of old cars parked up near their establishment. At face value, it seems to me that you can't find the solution for a problem, so it stays there and rots and rusts and blocks the road. Or maybe you don't have space to keep your spare parts, and those are the vehicles that you specialize in working on, and you park the cars there and keep them. I don't know, but I always get some kind of strange, weird feeling when I see a whole heap of cars just parked up, non functional cars, that is, parked up at a mechanic's place or mechanic shop or outside a mechanic shop. Correct me if I'm wrong. Clearly, I'm talking out of ignorance, right? That aside, I think a lot of Trinidadians actually don't, or most Trinidadians don't have good things to say about uh, mechanics. They always have a story. They always have a bad story. You always have a story where um even though you've paid for your oil to be changed and your filters and all of that stuff to be done monthly, it's never done. Mechanic probably takes the parts or puts a used part in there, doesn't tell you the full story. Um, there's a whole other, line of conversation when it comes to female drivers who have been conned by mechanics. This is not to say that there aren't honest mechanics who are very highly skilled and specialized, some of them not even having formal training, but over the years, with their experience and their sense of integrity, are able to do an excellent job and are able to accurately diagnose, accurately assess their own abilities to fix or replace or repurpose a part. Not saying that those people don't exist in Trinidad, but the vast majority of stories that you hear are people getting conned by mechanics. And I feel like when I bring up the Jimny conversation, like that has been the case. Like you go to varying mechanics, and one would tell you that something is wrong with the engine block and that needs a change, and the other one would have told you, looked at the old engine block and be like, no, nothing wrong here. And who do you trust? And some people would say that not every mechanic could fix every type of vehicle. There are some mechanics that are more specialized in certain brands or certain types of vehicles. So those are some of the squabbles, I guess, as a car owner. The big thing is to really find a good mechanic. And if you're like me, sometimes you just can't bother. Like, you can't bother. I mean, here's what I could do, and here's what I plan to do actually. Educate myself. So when you tell me something that needs to change or it's a big investment or whatever, I'll know exactly what you're talking about. One. And two, when you do say what you claim you said you did to my vehicle, I'll know exactly where to go check to see if you did it. So knowledge is power. And yeah. And I need to go and do an auto mechanics course. Why do people use ring lights? Look how stupid this looks. I feel like I'm going to transform into something. So overrated. Anyway.